welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, I'm just a girl who likes reading romance, fantasy romance, paranormal romance, any kind of genre of romance in general. And I also happen to have cerebral palsy. And it would mean the world to me if you would subscribe to my channel. Happy Friday! I post videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Today's video is going to be 10 books that I will not hear criticism on. If you have anything negative to say about these books, I don't want to hear it. So, I got this idea from doing this video from watching Sam, SM Reads a Little, Cheyenne, Nikki from Nikki in Bookland, McKay from Oh Hey It's McKay, and I thought it was a fun video idea. So I put together my list. I'll link their channels down below in the description so you can go watch their videos. And if you have been on my channel before, you know I've talked a lot about these books in general. These books are in no particular order. A Love Letter to Whiskey by Candy Steiner. It was my first Candy Steiner book, and it remains to be my favorite Candy Steiner book. Jamie and B are soulmates. You cannot tell me otherwise. You can feel the chemistry when they're in the room together. It's one of those right, love, wrong time scenarios where they can never get their timing right. Anytime Amy is in a relationship, he is busy, she's focusing on her career, and anytime B is in a relationship, something happens where Jamie cannot pursue her. So they can never get their timing right. But this book is so angsty. Jamie and B are meant to be in my eyes. And you cannot tell me any different. I love this book so much. If you haven't read A Love Letter to Whiskey by Candy Steiner, please go check it out. Making Faces by Amy Harmon. And I've also talked about this book a lot in my channel. The pining in this book, the pining that Fern does for Ambrose, and when he finally notices her feelings, notices how her feelings run deep. Oh my goodness, it was everything. And Bailey, Fern's cousin, who had muscular dystrophy, will always be in my heart. I don't have muscular dystrophy, I have cerebral palsy, but the things Bailey says about being in a wheelchair, I really relate to. And yes, Fern and Ambrose are also one of my OG couples. They're perfect together, but this book is not a light book. This book has some heavy themes. PTSD, death of a character. One of the characters goes through domestic violence. One of the side characters of the story goes through domestic violence. So please check your trigger warnings and make sure you have your tissue boxes. Next on my list is The Full Tilt Duet by Emma Scott. It was my first book by Emma Scott, and to this day it remains my favorite duet. I've read this duet multiple times. It was my first celebrity romance, and it's about the heroine who is a celebrity in a rock band, and she has her romance with her chauffeur, Jonah, and it's so good. I love the hero with all my heart. And if you read book 1, Full Tilt, you immediately want to jump into All In, because that cliffhanger in book 1, you have to know what happens. So if you haven't read Emma Scott before, just know she's a very emotional writer, and she will break your heart but also put it back together again. Next on my list we have Inked in Lies by Gianna Darling. And this is my favorite Gianna Darling book. It's part of her Fallen Men series, and I think it's book 5 in the series. But Nova, I forgot the heroine's name, but Nova and the heroine are neighbors. The heroine's, it's an age gap. The heroine's dad kills her mother, and it just leaves her and her brother, her older brother, and her older brother goes to the army, and he dies, and before the older brother dies, he goes to his best friend Nova and asks him to look after his sister if something ever happened to him. Years later, the heroine has feelings for Nova, but Nova thinks that she's his best friend's younger sister and that he can't go there. But Nova sees her going out with other people, and he's like, no, you do not go out with this other person, you belong with me. So it's their romance, and I swoon so hard with Nova. It is my favorite book in the Fallen Men series. It's Brother Best Friend Age Gap. If you haven't read the Fallen Men series, please do. But Inked in Lies is my favorite of the series. Next, this book needs no explanation to why this is my favorite. It's A Court of Mist and Fury by J Maas, and all I can say is sand. And this book is perfect in my opinion, and nobody can tell me otherwise. Nobody can tell me it's not. It is by far my favorite J Maas book, my favorite fantasy series, but this book is my favorite in the series. If you know, you know. If you know about Reese, you know why it's my favorite. that confession scene will forever be ingrained in my memory. Next we have Always Only You by Elise. All I can say is Ren Bergman. He is the ultimate cinnamon roll hero in my eyes. Ren and his feelings for Frankie knows no bounds. He has a poetry club. He's always there for her. Frankie has autism, rheumatoid arthritis. Yes, rheumatoid arthritis. But Ren Bergman, that's all I have to say. He will forever be my top cinnamon roll hero. And it's a hockey romance, secret crush. It's so good. Next, we have Kiss the Sky by Krista and Becca Ricci. I've been reading Krista and Becca Ricci's book for years. And Kiss the Sky is my favorite Krista and Becca Ricci book. Rose Calloway and Connor Cobalt are supreme. They are my power couple. They are my it couple. They balance each other out. They are my top tier. I've talked about Kiss the Sky before, but Rose and Connor are rivals at school, but they have to end up fake dating because go on this reality show to save her sister's reputation. And Rose and Connor Cobalt are my couple, and they reign supreme in my eyes. Hunger Games. Peeta and Katniss are always gonna have a soft spot in my heart. I love the book so much. I read these books when I was in high school. Is the reason why forced proximity is my favorite, one of my favorite tropes. It's a post-apocalyptic series where they have these tributes that people need to go on, and one day Katniss' sister is called upon tribute, and instead of her sister, she volunteers to be tribute instead of her younger sister, and she gets paired up with Peeta. Like I said, I love these books, but especially the third book. The third book wrapped up the series so well, in my opinion. Mockingjay. If you haven't read the Hunger Games trilogy, please do. And I love the movie, but the books are way better. The books are always better in my opinion. Next, we have Heartless. I've talked about this book multiple times, but Heartless is single dad romance perfection, nanny romance, Kate and Willow, top tier. This is my favorite book of last year. It is perfection in my eyes. It is the best single dad nanny romance I've read so far. It is perfection. The banter is great. And the last book we have is The Right Move by Elise Ford. Ryan Shay and Indy's romance is everything. It's a best friend's brother romance, forced proximity, fake dating, and it is perfection in my eyes. If you haven't read The Right Move yet, I highly suggest you read it now, because Ryan Shay will be at the top of your book boyfriend list. I know he's the top of mine this year. If you haven't read The Right Move by Elise Ford, please do. Those are all the books I have on my list. Please let me know down in the comments below what are your favorite books that you want to hear criticism on. And please, I'll link the original Booktubers channels down below on the description so you can go watch their videos. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. That would mean the world to me. And I'll see you Monday. Bye.